Hi and welcome to my channel. So many people are understandably concerned about how the new laws regarding dependents, the increase in salary threshold to bring dependents in the UK, how is this going to affect nurses, midwives, doctors, other healthcare professionals, allied healthcare professionals that are working in the UK or about moving to the UK and hoping that they can come with their families or they can reunite with their beautiful, amazing families. So obviously, it's a concern that is completely legit and I get you. So this is more of an update regarding this. So who exactly is this going to affect? Are nurses exempted? What about doctors, allied healthcare professionals? If you work for the NHS, are you affected as well? This is what we're going to talk about. So if you're new to my channel, obviously as usual, you're welcome. I hope that you're finding this helpful. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, you need more information about any specific topics or aspects regarding moving to the UK, progressing in the UK, or anything about the UK, then do leave that in the comment section below and I'm more than happy to share more information regarding that. So if you haven't subscribed to this family, obviously take the opportunity now and hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. Also, these are all things that are very significant, very life-changing decisions, and so you've got to really keep up to date with all of them. So the first thing that we're going to say is that when it comes to the recent immigration laws and rules, they are mainly affecting people that are carers and senior carers as well. But when it comes to recruitment, there is a very important update that the government has confirmed regarding nurses, carers, and other healthcare professionals, including, carers themselves and doctors. So by the way, I do have a free newsletter. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. It won't take you 20 seconds to join. I share information such as this directly to your inbox. I share info about career progression opportunities in the UK, free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or to switch if you're already in this beautiful, amazing country, so that you're not missing out and relying on the YouTube algorithm, which is obviously like a yo-yo. It's going to be like, hey, what are you going to see today? What do you see tomorrow? And everything is just like a yo-yo. So like I said, it won't take you 20 seconds. Join the newsletter and then I send that info directly to you. You're also going to find my contact details on there. So it's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you do need to reach out for personal reasons and personal concerns and that tailored kind of advice, then do feel free obviously to use that, because like I say, my contact details are all on there. So what do we know so far regarding, all of these updates and everything going on, right now in the UK? Understand that there's a lot of confusion that many people are facing. You're thinking to yourself, oh, is it still worth me moving to the UK? What about my family? If you're in the UK right now, you're probably worried about your dependents. Are you able to bring family? Maybe this is not the best time, because there are many of us that actually we have people back home that can look after the kids in a very good way. The kids are comfortable, but with the current visa rules, you may be thinking, is it best I bring them? But knowing that it's not the right time to bring the kids. Because let me tell you, it's all good and fine bringing kids and dependents to the UK, but the truth is, better be ready. Because the childcare, the cost and everything, they're going to be absolutely very high. In fact, I worked in a hospital in London, and I remember when I had my daughter, I was on maternity leave and I contacted the hospital to say, oh, I'm about to return to work from my maternity leave and I need to apply for childcare. And my employer at the time sent me like a price basically on how much I was supposed to pay for my one daughter, and it was £1,750 a month for one child in the nursery. And they actually added there that there was a subsidy. So that was subsidized because I worked in that hospital. And the bill that they were going to take out of my pay every month was £1,750. I was like, what? Needless to tell you that I had to quit that job and move on to a senior job, more paying job. What I did was to progress. That really pushed me to get a senior paying job, and that was what I did at the time. So childcare in the UK is very expensive. It's not only the time, but it's also the money. And if you're somebody who is in a job that doesn't pay well enough, you're going to be spending more on your childcare than you will spend on anything else, even more than how much you're paid. So you need to be very careful and plan strategically. So what has the government confirmed regarding this? So the government has confirmed that nurses, midwives, doctors are going to remain on the shortage occupation list, which means whatever list, they're going to be scrapping the shortage occupation list. They're going to be calling it something else, they've said. But nurses will continue to be recruited, into the UK. on the current salaries that they have, because as you know, the salary threshold to get visa sponsorship is going to be increasing to £38,700. So nurses, doctors, midwives, they don't earn this amount of money as a starting salary, so they're going to be recruited at the current salary. So yes, the UK will continue to recruit carers. That's something that they have confirmed. Nurses, senior carers, doctors, allied healthcare professionals, midwives come 2024. And they will be recruited on the same salaries that they are currently earning, even though they are lower than the salary threshold that they have set. Initially, the government had announced that they were going to be removing nurses from the shortage occupation list, but obviously with their salary increase to 38,000, they have to backtrack on that, because I don't see the UK losing the ability to recruit overseas nurses anytime soon. Because as you know, data from the NMC showed that 15,000 nurses moved to the UK just in the last 6 months, and 15,000 UK nurses also joined the register. So it is 50-50 at the moment. So the UK cannot afford to lose all those professionals from joining the register. And by the way, I do have a private career coaching program. I've dropped a link in the description box below, or the about section on this channel, where I offer personalized, individualized, tailored one-to-one guidance with, NMC registration in the UK, with or without IELTS or OET. There are pathways now that you can become a nurse in the UK or midwife, even if you trained overseas without writing IELTS or OET. So I can support you with that journey. I've got people in my program that have successfully gone through that, other people that are still going through that journey. Also, career progression. As you know, you've got to be able to progress in your career. If not, it's not safe, it's not healthy, it's not the way to go. Also, free visa sponsorship opportunities. I do offer personalized guidance with that. So like I've said, check the description box below or the about section of this channel, and do share this video, by the way, with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they are aware of these updates, and those that are concerned those concerns can be put to rest and put to bed, so that they can move on with their plans. So another thing also that the government has confirmed is that when it comes to the dependence thing, it's going to be affecting carers and senior carers. So it's not going to be affecting nurses, doctors, midwives, allied healthcare professionals, people that are working for the NHS. So you will be able to bring your dependents to the UK as it's currently the case. I think what the government is obviously concerned about is the fact that when you look at almost 150,000 visas were issued in this category, and about 80,000 of these were for carers, and those carers have brought in over 3x the number of dependents. So that's why it's limited to carers and senior carers. So you do need to be aware that if you are a qualified nurse, you're absolutely okay, you're safe. But if you are a British citizen, for example, it doesn't matter obviously what your profession is, and then if you're not earning up to over £38,700, you will not be able to bring your dependents in the UK. So it is really important to understand the differences with these thresholds, who they apply and when they apply, because at different stages of your journey, depending on your personal circumstances, different rules are going to apply to you. So if I was a carer in the UK right now, or I wanted to come as a carer, what would I do? Look, I would currently and 100% be applying to get into nursing. Not because I'm a nurse myself and I'm biased and I started as a carer and I've gone through all of this journey myself, but because it's good for your career progression. It's good. It's going to give you more opportunities. And if you're already a carer, it's it's just a natural progression into nursing or midwifery or medicine or whatever it is you want to do. But it's really about progressing so you don't stay stuck, because the salary that carers earn is really nothing compared to the work that you do. If you're watching this and you're a carer in the UK, leave a comment in the comment section below. How do you find the pay? How do you find the working conditions? If you're doing domiciliary care, for example, it's incredibly challenging. If you're doing living care, it's very challenging. If you're doing any sort of job, it is challenging. And that's why career progression is a must, is so important, is so crucial. And if you progress into nursing, for example, then you're exempted from the carer rules and everything, and then you can bring your dependents. So that's what I would do. If I was out of the UK now and I wanted to come to the UK, I would apply for carer jobs, whether I've got kids or not, dependents or not, it doesn't matter. I will come to the UK, obviously ASAP. The earlier you come, then you can bring your dependents anyway before this starts in spring of 2024. So if you're watching this and you're not applying for jobs, you should apply. And by the way, when I say applying for jobs, I don't mean sending in as many applications as possible. I mean top-notch applications. Your CV needs to be spot on. The supporting information needs to be on sleek. You know, your interview preparation skills have to be absolutely impeccable. Otherwise, you're not applying the proper way. You know, if you're part of my coaching program, you know how I go on about all these things. You need all these elements in place, perfectly aligned for you to have any chance to succeed whatsoever. You know, to get those legit UK visa sponsorship jobs, because those employers want the best candidates. They're not going to charge you for visa sponsorship, but they need you to really be good and know what you're doing. So that's what I would do. And then also career progression is going to help you also to earn more money, you know, so that when I then come to the UK as a carer, I'm then going to be, you know, trying to get into nursing. When I get into nursing, then, you know, you're going to be exempted from the rules. Like, that's a beautiful, amazing plan. That's what I would do. You know, it's very practical, it's very achievable, and there are lots of resources to support you. I've shared lots of videos on this channel. Like I say, I've got my private coaching program where I offer individualized guidance. You know, it can take time to get these visa sponsorship jobs, but you know, it is worth it because you're doing it the proper way, and you know, it is really what you should be doing. So check out this other video right here and leave any comments in the comment section below.